This is Destination 1, so what better way to start out the book than talking about how we can welcome our students home and help them feel like family. Welcome home. Now those two words have a certain warmth and security. They give us the feeling of safety and love because they're always equated with family. Now, for some of our students, they hear those words every single day when they leave school. They get on the bus, they get off the bus, they run into their homes only to be greeted by a family with loving arms open wide, excited to see them. And then we have other students who have never heard those words spoken. Now imagine if we were able to provide a classroom that was secure, safe, and a place where students felt loved and they felt like family. Imagine if every time our students came off the bus to come into the school building, they felt like they were home. Now, this chapter, this destination, has a full focus on what it means to create a home in the classroom. And see, I was inspired to write this particular chapter based on a 2-minute conversation that I had with a student last year. Let me explain. What was happening was I actually was staying after school for a little while, working on some things, and the custodian came into my classroom. He flipped on the lights because I normally have my lights dimmed and I have mood lighting and comfortable seating around my classroom. But for him to clean, he needed it nice and bright, so he flipped on the lights. And as soon as he did that, he started to clean, we had some small talk, and then I heard an announcement over the loudspeaker that said the clubs and activities for the day were done and that the late buses were here to pick up the kids. So sure enough, I heard the kids going through the hallway, and then one of my students appeared in my doorway. Both the custodian and I looked at her because she wasn't saying anything right away, and then she kind of glanced at me and I asked her if everything was okay, and she just simply said, "Mr. Poole, it looks so different in here." And we both kind of laughed, and I said, "Well, what do you mean it looks different?" She said, "Well, it looks like a classroom." So now the custodian starts to laugh, and he says, "Well, what do you expect it to look like?" And she said, "Well, when I come into this classroom, it doesn't feel like a classroom at all. It just feels like home." Now, as soon as she said that, the custodian and I both sat in silence, looked at each other, and she then simply said, "I'll see you tomorrow," and she went to her bus. But those words stuck with me, and they still stick with me now. It feels like home. See, what she was saying was that when she steps into that classroom, it's not about the dim lights or the comfortable seats that she has at her home. What she was saying was that when she walks into the classroom, she feels like family. That to me meant more than anything else she could have possibly said in that moment. So as we journey through this particular destination, my goal is to provide you with a plan and a purpose to create a home in your classroom and help you make your students feel like family. Now, through the destination itself, we will give you the tangible ideas and strategies you can use to make that happen, and I'm excited for that. And I want you to share your progress or any ideas you have to create a home in the classroom using #WeTeachUN so that I can see exactly what's going on in your brain, how you're using what you've learned, and what you're willing to share with the world. So as we get moving forward, I can't wait to see what you come up with throughout the chapter. So let's dive right in.